And good evening. Yes, we're back. We're back again with some more X-Plane, and we're back carrying on our American adventure, trying to make our way across the USA. Isn't that a song? And in various aircraft, as we have done along the way. This evening, am in the Quest Kodiak. Mr. Chris Brown, good evening, by the way, Chris.
Good evening.
Is by the side of me it looks like you're in a Baron, is that correct?
That is indeed correct.
Right, so me and Chris are in props, and if I look behind me, which I'm actually quite scared to do, there's three bigger planes behind me. We got three jets up against us. It's not a race as we did the other night, but the man there who's already got engines running, he's set his navigation, and he's pretty much got his foot on the brakes ready to go, is Noz Gaming. Good evening, Noz.
Good evening.
What plane are you in, Noz?
I am in a Boeing Dreamliner.
Okay, it doesn't look like that. It definitely has shrunk. Behind Noz and quivering slightly is Sam. Good evening, Sam.
Good evening.
And what's your chariot of choice?
I'm in the beautiful 767-200.
Which is the same, I believe, as the man behind you, which is Captain Chaos. Good evening.
Good evening.
Did you find your switch?
No.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, sort of.
Chaos has spent the last 5 minutes looking for switches and going through things. So we're all here in FS Cloud, where we finished off last time at the San Angelo Regional, and we're going to make our way. Liam's put LO Cocker and Auto Mod stopped it. We're going to make our way across the USA. That is definitely a thing. 302 miles to El Paso, Texas. Continuing our journey, we started off all the way over here in Orlando, pretty much, and we're making our way. We're getting there. We've got that much to go, but we are going to do a bit of time flying around the Grand Canyon. So I'm looking to that. Hi, Noz. Why are you typing in Twitch chat, Noz? You're in the stream.
Yeah, I know.
Right then. So let's put the electrics on in this thing.
Oh dear.
Flight deck.
How dare you? How dare bot not understand Yorkshire? Well, you know. Right,
Fair play
on.
to Bot.
It's Nightbot.
I think I could get on with this toss bot.
All right, so that goes on.
Is on. Okay, that's cool. Done that bit.
Oh, hang on, it's the Kodiak in it. I've got to put the fuel on. Generally helps, doesn't it, to have fuel?
Lead air panel.
That's on. That's on. Okay, we'll start that again.
Reject.
Bleed air panel. Where's that?
Oh,
Where's the bleed air panels, Sam?
Which bleed air? Are you looking for the APU bleed air?
No, I need the isolation LCR left center.
All right, okay, mate. On the overhead panel,
Yes.
right hand side,
Yes.
and then just work your way to the bottom of that panel. Then you've got left isolation, right isolation, and central. You want to flick all of those on.
Right, so we're going to set in our destination,
That one.
which is Kelp, K-E-L-P.
Oh, I hear a noise.
And we'll activate, and we'll do an approach. What runway are we coming in on?
22 or 26, I've got.
I'll go 22 then. And we'll go Bear, which I spelt wrong.
Oh,
we go.
test.
Activate that. So there we go. So 286 miles to Bear, which we've got to be 8,000 feet or less. Well, if you look at our route on little nav map, we've got some mountains up there. So we're taking off at 1,900 feet. We're landing at 4,000 feet. So we're going to attempt to do 3,500 feet for a bit and then climb up over these mountains. Who wants to bet that I'm going to crash into those mountains? Because I'll be busy waffling away and they're like, that mountain's getting closer. So I'm in the mighty Quest Kodiak, which is all started up, warming up. I'm ready to go. All pressure's coming up, all temperatures coming up. It's in the green. Got plenty of fuel, and and that's all looking rather good. So I'm ready.
I was born ready.
Bloody hell, what's that mean?
Right, you want to lead the way then, Mr. Brown, because these lot are going to catch us up really quickly.
Yeah, I'll probably be about half hour trying to set this damn thing up. So. Secondary engine indications. What?
Red Till Dead, happy hump day and happy adventures indeed. Good evening, Red Till, and everybody else watching. I'll give you 4-1 on you crashing, says Liam. Yeah, thanks for your confidence there, Liam.
Oh, on. I gotta turn that on.
So yeah, it's not a race. We will do another race at the weekend. We'll work out how. Last race we did was at night and really enjoyable, which was Frankfurt to London City. I really want to do that approach into London City during the daytime, but because of when we're going to do it, it's either be Friday night or Saturday night. We may have to come back to the USA, so we need to find an interesting approach in the US that we can do.
What have I done wrong now?
Well, I'm getting wind chill warnings on the ground.
Yeah, I just got one.
Well.
Hi, is this plane worth getting? Is it updated to 11.3? I'm guessing so, and it's awesome. I've done a lot of hours in this thing. I haven't flown it for a while, which is why I wanted to come back into it tonight. It is so well modelled and really, really well detailed. And
Well,
yes,
YouTube,
it's
are you ready yet?
working with the current version of
Sorry?
X-Plane.
Am I ready yet?
Yeah.
No.
Chaos is going.
Okay.
I'm still trying to find buttons and switches.
Well,
I'll tell you what,
Steve,
Noz, let's stick you in a plane you've never been in, and that you get it ready in half an hour.
well, I have not done this before. It's the first time.
Yeah, but you're in an easy plane.
No, I'm not. This is easy.
Does it have amphibian where you land on water? Yes. Well, the version I've got, yeah, I can stick floats on it and skis
No,
on
I
it,
just-
and
just
tundra
like-
wheels on it as well. But
Take off first.
it is so well detailed. We'll have a look around it properly when I'm in the air with the cruise control on. Cruise control? Autopilot. I don't know what I meant.
Are you in the car, Steve?
Yeah, not quite.
By the way, you can follow us on the ETS2 map.
Oh yeah.
I've paused. I've turned that off.
Have you?
Yeah, I turned that off on
Damn it.
Sunday.
Damn it.
Chat.
I'm burning fuel here.
Electric fuel pump on alter.
Oh, braking. I do like that XP realistic, the way the whole plane shakes when I brake. Right, Mr. Brown is sat waiting at the end of the runway. Carson City towards Vegas could be interesting flight and landing. Yeah, what was that distance we did on Saturday? Was it 400 miles?
Just under.
What, in the race?
Oh, sorry. Not thinking about that one.
Was it about 300 miles? Yeah, I want something that's going to be an hour or so, because we'll do another race. I will break out the elite again, but it'd be nice to do something in daytime. Yeah, the leg we did Sunday was 400 miles, wasn't it?
Switches on.
I can actually not remember.
Right, Chris is on his way. Noz and Sam and Chaos are back there doing their setups.
Yeah. I need to wait for
Or
those
apart,
two.
apart from Noz.
Well, you carry on, Noz.
No.
That'd be about 20 minutes, yeah, until I get even past this lot.
That would be unfair.
Chris looks like he's trekking across the ground towards Noz.
I think where that is.
Yeah, I had to abort the takeoff. Too much wind.
Wow, that's not good.
Oh god, this could be interesting for me then.
Good luck.
You've at least got a nice short takeoff roll.
Oh yeah.
Too much wind. Can you have that?
That's how you try.
I've just killed my plane.
Oh boy.
Great job.
My plane's filling with smoke.
Oh no, that's been a while.
Did you burn the engine up?
Yeah, I put the throttle up and wasn't going anywhere, so I put the throttle up some more and it blew the engine up. Okay, so we'll restart the.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
Well, that shows you how good the Kodiak is. Don't go through full throttle. Right, we'll reload the current aircraft and art. I wasn't moving. I thought I've got the brakes on. Release the brakes, put through the throttle. Wasn't moving.
Where's C1, C2 electric pump switches?
Right, we reload the aircraft then after a slight fire in the cabin.
On your overhead again, Chaos.
Yeah.
Far left and then down to the bottom again. You got left engine, right engine, and then hydraulics 1 and 2.
And now I've got the
Oh,
spinning
they're already
circle of doom.
Why is it going red? Is they're already on? Oh well, never mind. They're on. Fuel switch.
Right.
Oh,
Okay, let's put that on. Is it all still plumbed in? Yeah. Okay.
right, fuel switch on. Set the tanks as required. We shut them on anyway. Red anti-collision light switch on.
It's not moving again.
Recall switch push.
Let's get suddenly put my tie downs on. That's why. Don't try and take off with your tie downs and your covers on,
Whoops.
because that might hinder your progress.
Ooh.
I'm still not moving.
Recall switch push.
Are your parking brake on?
No, maybe.
Oh, Steve. That is one of the days.
Does this plane have something like a reality expansion pack? I don't know if it has actually. I don't think you need it. Right, I'm rolling.
Firepower auto. That's all on auto.
And in a second, you'll see a crack.
Hopefully not.
Recall switch, Sam? Where's that?
So your recall switch, mate. 2 screens in the centre of the panel.
Oh, those
Just to
rattles.
the-
That is just
To
so
the left of
awesome.
that, you've got cancel and recall.
Oh, right, yeah.
Those rattles are
Recall.
part of the
Trim is checked.
backline install at the weekend. Right, and airborne we are.
Turn off ground power now.
Have you got the APU gen switched on before
Yeah.
you do that?
Yeah, I've just switched it on now.
Oh, you didn't already cut the power, did you?
No, I did earlier on,
that's
but don't
good.
worry, I'll work that bit out. So, GPU truck can now go.
Right, so we are off and
Right,
climbing.
so I am now on to engine start.
Yeah, oh,
Well,
I've just started the second engine.
So there they are. Chris is back with them again now as well, I think. So he's doing a restart.
select.
Can tell me landing lights and taxi lights off now. Wow, that add-on line installed adds a hell of a lot of noise, which is great.
Secondary engine indicators. Where's that, Sam?
So yeah, level of detail is really, really good in this thing.
Say that again, mate.
Secondary engine indications.
So that's your bottom screen. So where those 2 screens are,
Yeah.
if you click, there's 2 little black square buttons. Click the left one. It will get a second
Ah, right, yeah,
display.
bring the engines up, yeah.
That's for your engine start, tells you your oil temperatures, things like that.
Super. Right.
Carson City to Las Vegas is 432 miles.
Oh,
Okay.
Are you flying, Steve?
Yeah.
I've been sitting waiting for you to taxi back up.
No, it put me back in at the end of the runway when I reloaded.
That's handy.
So yeah, I'm airborne, Chris. Just leveling out at 3,500.
And Sam is moving.
Oh yeah, that extra noise it's put in this. That wasn't in this plane before. I really like that. It's very quiet on the outside now. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Okay, that seems to be all over right. Moving on.
There you go.
Around.
Hopefully that's not too loud for you people watching. If it is, let me know and I'll turn it down. So yeah, this thing, the first proper plane I actually bought was this when I started doing X-Plane back in October, and flew it back from where it was built in Sandpoint, Idaho. I flew it back to the UK, all up over Canada, and then back into the UK, which is that was an incredible journey. Really enjoyed bits of that. It was awesome.
Was good.
Yeah.
Iceland was amazing.
So yeah, I've done 52 hours in this plane.
Have you stopped, Sam?
Yeah, I'm just waiting now.
So here we are in FS Cloud. So the rest of them are here, still at the airport. I am not too far away though. I'm just there. So
We'll go to the end of the runway then.
Anti-ice switches.
so that's our plan for this evening. So San Angelo Regional, 302 miles across to El Paso International in Texas, and we're going to end up in a couple of legs time, I think, at the Grand Canyon, where we're going to go low and slow and fly through the Grand Canyon. Looking forward to that. Our eventual aim getting over here to sort of San Diego area, and we started
flying
all the way back here. So one of the 3 journeys we've currently got going on. We need to finish off the Bahamas trip, where we ended up, I think we made it out to MYAX or something like that, MYAT, Marsh Harbour, that sort of area, where we're going to carry on flying around the Bahamas, and then down into Cuba, sort of Cayman Islands, and eventually work our way down South America to the Falkland Islands, back up the other side, west coast of South America, and back to San Diego. So those 2 flights will end at San Diego. The 3rd flight we're doing, which will take a bit longer, we are currently, where did we get to last time? Cape Verde, wasn't it? GQNO, something like that. We're going to fly across to Cape Verde, round here, down to the Ascension Islands, down to St. Helena, across to Namibia, bits of South Africa, go up to Pretoria, where Chris is from, that's flying with us, out through to Madagascar, across to India, out through to bits of Malaysia, Indonesia, down to Australia, across Australia, down to New Zealand, up across the, I can't remember these islands, eventually ending up to Hawaii, and then Hawaii to San Diego. So not a long trip, that one. Bits of that will be in jets, because obviously the distance, you know, you can't take a Cessna 172 from Hawaii to San Diego. Might be a bit far, and the same with the Ascension Islands. So bits of those. So if you're watching this and you're into X-Plane, and you want to join us for any of those legs, it's all done on FS Cloud. You're more than welcome to. Obviously the only thing is, you may need a plane that can keep up with some of us. So something like this, where me and Chris are going to be cruising about 160-ish, is great, and the guys cruising in the jets, so a bit of jet knowledge to get you up to sort of 35,000 feet and tag along with those guys is great as well. So we have a bit of a mixture on some of the flights, some in jets, some in props, but all along for the ride, and hopefully we'll all arrive at roughly the same time.
Help me, couldn't get the bearing started again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no,
are you
that's not good.
switching
I just swapped
aircraft?
it out for a 310.
Oh, okay. I just realised I was going quite slow, so I need to hit a bit of a wriggle on. I was doing
Yes, you
like
look like
140.
you are on the grass.
Yeah, I'm not moving.
So they're still back
Now
there.
we're moving.
So I'm not too far away.
I think I left the parking brake off.
It'd be stupid enough to do a thing like that.
Okay.
I
That's why I
killed,
see the one onto the grass.
I killed my plane because I left the parking brake on.
Yeah.
Right, we're tuning the ATIS. Where we're going? 120.00. Although we've got 300 miles to go, let's tune it in ready. So we're just passing through 163 now, speed-wise, which is about where this thing's happy.
Is there a
Oh,
2
I'm
switch on this one?
And then I'll bring the... There you go.
NOS
Bring
is
that
away.
back a little bit. So actually cranking up a little bit there to 167, 168. Just brought the torque back a bit on the prop.
It's the first time actually
Come
I've seen Nos in the correct plane in FS Cloud.
Oh, I know he's normally in something huge, isn't he?
Come on. Come on.
Oh.
A little more up. There it is.
Right, so there they all are at the airport, which I've just left. Evening, my summer car fan. I'm doing well, thank you. So Sam's lining up at the end of the runway. Noz is taking off.
Is there a toga switch on this one, Sam, or is it just a normal toga for the Boeing?
Chaos is taxiing by the looks of things, and Chris is getting his 310 started.
You can flick your auto throttle on now as well, Chaos. Now you've got both engines
I
started.
can't drag FS Cloud, there we go. Oh, we've actually broken through 170 now. But yeah, as a plane, this is my sweet spot of speed. I'm quite happy around the 160, 170. Trundling along. So 3,500 feet we're at the moment. I've got to make sure by the time we get sort of to here that I need to climb 6,500 feet, otherwise it's not going to end well. I can put that on to show where we are, so I can zoom out on the map there. So there we go, so there's San Angelo Regional that we just left, on our way to Texas, where men wear big hats. A brisk walking pace, says Larwood. What, 170 knots? What sort of power walking you do, Larwood?
Chris, this is a big old plane.
Runway seems quite small, doesn't it? Yeah.
You wouldn't have got that into London City.
No.
No.
I couldn't get it. Well, I did. Technically, I got it in and touched down.
It was a touch and go. Yeah. For those of you wondering what we're talking about, if you're watching this on YouTube, then that trip was the last full flight video I put out on YouTube. It was a race, props versus jets. Really can recommend going back and watching that. Can the prop win was the title of the video. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Especially Chaos trying to land. Well, yeah, this is going out after the last one, so it's confusing. How inconsiderate putting mountains in your flight plan. I know. You just carve a channel through. It's not like I can go up and over them or anything, is it?
On runway 18.
Apparently you're on runway 18. That's a good thing, Chaos.
Always good.
Right, so Chaos is the last one on the ground. Chris is in the air and heading off in that direction. Sam's in the air. Noz is in the air. And I'm in the air. So Noz is chasing me. Sam's heading roughly the same way. Chris looks like he's coming in the same way. He just needs... If Chaos takes off and turns left now, we won't be surprised. So again, a lot of stuff we use, FS Cloud, is completely free. That's the thing that's making us be able to fly together.
Well, I can already see you.
Oh god, yeah, I can see a light in the sky up there. So FS Cloud is free, and then a little nav map that we use to track my progress and see where I am height wise and how far I've got to go and stuff is also completely free. So really do like X-Plane for the fact that there's so much free stuff. Yeah, there's Noz.
Looked where the autopilot and everything was first, didn't I? Oh, VNav, there we go. There's VNav. Don't sink, I wasn't planning on. Tell the autopilot.
You're not in a sailing sim, you're in a plane. Doesn't know that.
Hey, tell the autopilot that he's in charge.
Chaos will be going off for a smoke in a minute.
I need to go and make a cup of tea or something.
So yeah, this plane, if you're looking for a turboprop and you want a lot of detail, it's awesome. It is just really, really well done.
It's a bit buffety out here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And you can bring some of your friends as well. See, it's not just all about the flying alone.
Right, WX radar.
No smoking in aircraft. See, that's always a good thing. Am I here and up there? Do 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 do.
What? What's the caution thing for? What are you talking about?
Oh God, you're having issues, Chaos.
No, good. I'm going in the right direction because I'm following Sam. And we're climbing, which is good.
That's always a plus rather than descending.
Yeah, I'm just passing 10,000.
What's TMCP? What the hell was that supposed to be?
Where's that just come up?
No, it's on my checklist after climbing cruise.
Hold on, let me just have a look. Because I can't remember.
Right, so look at FS Cloud then, see how they're going. So there's Chris. He seems to be heading south. You're emigrating, Chris. You're heading south for the winter. So Chris is heading down there. Chaos is heading the same way as me, and Noz is giving chase. So they're going to be there a lot quicker than I am.
Who put the blind down on my camera shot?
So there's Noz behind me and probably gaining very, very quickly.
What's my height now? Oh, 10,000. Lights off.
Yeah, I'm at a nice steady 3,500. I do like that extra rumble that's been put in by that that pack that I installed. I can't remember what it's called now. XP Extreme, XP Professional, something like that.
Yeah, I got it. I haven't installed it obviously properly because it ain't working yet, so I need to have a look at that the weekend.
Yeah, it just has this low down rumble so it's playing. You can select by aircraft whether it's on or not, and it does make a difference. So I wonder if I can turn it off now, whether you'd hear the difference in the rumble. XP Realistic Pro it's called, so I can turn it off for this aircraft. There you go. That low down rumble is gone. If I turn it back on,
Well, if you look to your left,
that's just awesome.
straight back, see if you will see me fly quite close to the ground.
You're not supposed to
Oh,
be
you are close.
that low in a plane that big, Noz, unless you're taking off or landing.
What height are you flying
I thought
at?
you'd been asking.
And I was kidding
I'm at 3,500 feet. Don't forget the ground is at 2,000 feet. And,
Yeah,
and
Noz-
there's a chance that Noz is going to fly under me.
You need to set your altimeter, mate, because it's going to get a little bit rough terrain-wise, so you're going to need to know where you are with it.
Or put your landing gear down.
All of a sudden, 10,000 feet could become 5,000 or 6,000 feet.
I seem to have something called low crew oxygen. Is that
Hello,
bad?
Steve.
Don't worry about the crew. They'll be fine.
I'm looking to you. Hello.
Right, Noz is about
What's
to
this big
overtake
thing that says
me.
Fuel jettison.
Don't push the red button.
Yeah, don't.
Okay.
Well, see you, Steve.
There we
Back
go.
to 30,000 feet.
I'll leave that button alone.
Right, so there we go. So Noz is about to overtake. So I can also highly recommend that if you're watching, getting that XP Realistic Pro. It was €20, I think it was, but adds things like the plane will shake. If I accelerate, the scuttle will shake, and it adds that low down rumble, which is just giving this plane a whole other sort of dimension.
Sam, how do I set the altimeter in this one?
Oh god, I'm just trying to remember back to the using the 787 now.
Chaos is off back to the galley.
Noz, do me a favour, post a picture of the flight deck for me, because I can't remember.
So after this stream, not that we're done with this one yet.
I have pushed everything, so I don't think...
That's good then.
We'll be back streaming on Friday night with some train sim this Friday. Not sure what route I'll be doing yet, but be train sim on Friday. Saturday night then we'll be doing some more trucking, carrying on from Frankfurt where we got to last time, and then possibly after the trucking stream again on Saturday could be another race. Will it be props versus jets again? We shall see. Sam definitely cheated last time because he started that thing up and was on a runway in about 5 minutes. So we'll see if he does the same thing this week. And then Sunday afternoon, more flying. So a few streams from me. Don't forget to check out YouTube as well, where this flying nonsense goes up, as well as everything else. An hour ago, if you're watching this live, train sim video went up. And I've just seen there's a big update for Tourist Bus. I'm hoping I've not missed an announcement about something I might be able to bring you for Tourist Bus. If it is the case, then I won't do a train sim stream, I'll do a Tourist Bus stream, because there's good things coming. So yeah, Noz is off there in the distance then. He's gone. He'll be there a long way before me.
I can practice my landings then.
Well, you should only need one, really. Unless you're Chaos, of course.
I did not say that.
Well, I did. That's because he's not listening. He's gone to make a cup of tea. Back in the galley.
Oh, you say something. It's beer time.
Beer time on a Wednesday?
Yep. Check your air brakes.
Wow. I say.
Anyway, back to me not cheating because I lost anyway.
Don't give it away.
The Airbus is a lot quicker to set up than the Boeing, but it's a lot worse at flying than the Boeing. I think the real winner was flight.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. That's a complete spoiler alert there. Especially as the title of that
alert.
video was can the prop win or something? I can't remember what I called it now. It hasn't gone live. If you're watching this live, that video hasn't gone up yet, so that's going to be really confusing. It's going up next Thursday. What do they call it? Oh, can it beat a jet? And a picture of a prop plane. The answer you'll find out when you watch the video. Ignore what Sam just said. God, yeah, this video, what we're doing now is going to go up in 2 weeks' time. We're getting further ahead because we're doing two streams a week, and I'm putting one video a week.
Uh-oh.
We're getting further ahead.
Well, I'm already at the cruise height.
Oh, for God's sake, is that air brakes as well?
Yep. 2 air brakes. Cheers, kids.
2? Jesus Christ.
Well, no, Chaos and Noz.
Yeah.
Right, so
I brought coffee up. I'm being good because it's Wednesday.
I got some orange squash.
Oh, I'm never good.
No, not even me. I'm not good when I'm not entering a beer in a plane.
On the ground again.
What?
Yep, more problems with the Cessna because I didn't rush through it, which is what I was trying to avoid.
You might need to jump in something a bit quicker then, Chris, if you want to catch up. But if not,
Just
break out the mighty TBM, Chris.
His aircraft does sound
Oh no,
nice.
he's airborne again.
Problem with the TBM is you need to fly high.
That's true, which is why I'm quite happy in the Kodiak. Bods81, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated, sir or madam. Or Ms. Right, so there's... where am I? I've lost myself.
Oh my god, I can see Sam.
There's me. Sam should be just to my right now.
Yeah, I'll buff you.
Up there. There we go. There's Sam. Bye, Sam. So there's Sam all the way up there.
If you just keep that view on screen, as soon as I come above you, I'm going to empty the toilet system out.
Oh, thanks very much.
Should be a nice block by the time it gets down to you.
Pull the big plug.
Why do I have speed brakes on?
Well, I'm enjoying the scenery. It's not very, not a lot to see here, but you know.
No, a couple of fields down there.
It does look a bit barren.
Yeah.
See what I did there.
Oh, there is a Simpsons stuff down there.
Oh, for God's sake, you're not going to fly with me as well. Oh yeah, look, there's Captain Chaos at 35,000 feet.
Well, at least I flew quite close to you, Stephen.
You nearly knocked me out of the sky.
What's our descent altitude into thing? Is it 2,000?
You don't start descending already.
I just asking that way.
2,000 would be below ground level.
Oh, was it? Oh, we don't go down that far then.
Yeah, ground level's 4,000.
What's it say on me?
The airport's at 3,958 feet, so you don't want to go down to 2,000.
Oh, I got 6,600 according to me.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I'm just going to set it out of the way, that was all. Oh no, that's going up. Wrong way. Almost went to space.
Where's my... Have I lost my flight plan? There we go. So here's our flight plan. So we're going to Bear, then we go into that one, then Fabor, then Goddle, then Emo. Oh God, that was a thing. And then descending down. Well, that's saying runway 22 is at 4,005 feet. I suppose it's a little bit different. So we got a little bit of way to go. So 217 miles before we get to Bear. And then some twiddling around and then landing.
Well, Mrs. Chaos just turned up and she bought Kentucky.
What?
In-flight meal.
In-flight meal.
So you don't get out on those little buzzy flymo planes, do you?
Well, there's no one here to bring me a meal.
Oh, I got a full plane staff.
You got hot and cold running air stewardesses.
Yeah.
It's just me. I've got a fire extinguisher.
Handy.
It could be handy, just in case.
You needed that the first time around.
Well, Steve, you have used it once tonight.
It sounds like Chaos's autopilot was deflating. It was a bit like that when he covered his microphone up. I imagine something out of Airplane.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
See,
Where's the manual blowhole?
Excuse me. If you're watching this and are slightly deranged, and you want to join us, don't forget to check out the Discord server. This lot are in there. And we're generally talking planes and rubbish throughout the course of the day because none of us have got real jobs. Yeah, we get together and fly a couple of times a week, which is great fun. So we are looking for more people that want to join us in some flying. As I said, some of us enjoy the low and slow stuff, like me and Chris. The occasional time we'll get some of the jet boys in some props to do some stuff around the Bahamas, and I'm sure we will in the Grand Canyon. And occasionally I'll jump in a jet. I do like my 732. And we'll do some long distance stuff as well in jets. So a bit of a mixed bag of flying. So no matter what sort of flying you're into, check out Discord and join us in the chaos.
Huh? What?
Exactly.
I'm trying to eat my chicken.
Don't get chicken juice all over your yolk.
No.
But
No,
it
Boris,
might
no
get
chicken.
sticky.
Yeah, nothing sticky
That's
yolk.
Fred.
We know a song about that. So we've got an hour and 10 minutes to go before we get to Bear.
I think we've got about 10 minutes, Sam, haven't we?
My torque's quite high. I've just noticed my torque's off the scale, so I need to bring that back a bit. There we go. Before I blew my engine up again.
And crash.
Yes, we are running this thing pretty much flat out. So, yeah.
Well, I have just thrown back now, so...
Yeah, I've had to bring the torque back, so I'm now slowed down to 165. So it's going to bring the time up now to 1 hour and 11 minutes.
Oh my god.
Mine showed 40 minutes.
And yeah, because it's a slight inconsiderate place to put a mountain range, when I get to about here, I'm going to start climbing up to 6,500.
I can't see any mountains.
We won't up there. We are not at 35,000 feet. You'd have bigger problems then.
Well, I can see a mountain in front of me.
So, although I took off first, actually James has just appeared on the ground behind Chris.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, although I took off first, apart from Chris, who isn't too far behind me actually, Noz is out the front. Then there's
Just about to be a hell of a lot further behind you.
we're not having more problems, are you?
Yeah, Switch Planes and FS Economy didn't put any fuel in this one.
Ah, that
Damn
could be
it.
a thing.
So there's a broken Baron with full tanks, and I'm in a 310 with almost nothing.
You're not getting on too well.
You're not doing well tonight, Chris, are you?
No, not well at all.
So yeah, James just taken off from San Angelo. So James may end up jumping into voice, I should imagine, at some point. He's playing FSX. So this FS Cloud is cross-platform as well. So even if you don't have X-Plane that we're using, there's it works with FSX. It also works with the P3C3PO thing as well. I don't know if it works with the other one, Aerofly. Does it work with Aerofly?
Yeah, Aerofly won't work with that, unfortunately.
I actually reinstalled Aerofly at the weekend. I want to have a look at that. So yeah, Chris is heading the wrong way. I'm guessing back to San Angelo to refuel. James is just taking off from San Angelo. And there's me, Noz, Chaos, and Sam all heading out. So here we are in FS Cloud. That's where we left. That's where we're going to. El Paso. So we are making our way currently. Not a lot to see out here. It is a bit well, barren. I thought I'd try it again. Coming up on the small town, but looks a thing of Crane, which has got a little airport. Crane County. It's pretty cool, the fact it's cross-platform. Yeah, it's brilliant. So, you know, a lot of people can't necessarily afford X-Plane because it is expensive. The only thing we've noticed is sometimes some of the runways aren't in the same place on FSX as they are in X-Plane exactly. So when James flew with us when we first started doing this, there's a little bit of a difference, but it wasn't too far out. But when you're in the air, it doesn't really matter anyway. But yeah, the fact it's cross-platform, you know, FSX you can pick up for what, a tenner now or something like that.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, it's not expensive. So you know, to get yourself into flying, and even some of the stock, you know, planes are good enough to do this sort of thing anyway. And even the stock planes in X-Plane are really good. I'm a huge fan of the 172. I think as a stock aircraft, it's awesome. So we slowed down slightly down to 165 because I was over torquing the engine. Ew, don't do that.
You shouldn't be far from the top of the descent, Chaos, should you now? Well,
I can't see nothing on my radar thing at the moment.
if you zoom out on it, you're just looking for the TD, just see how far you've got.
Get a little bit of shake on the scuttle when I accelerate there. That's really cool. What are system requirements for FSX? Not that high, I don't think, for FSX.
Just over 20 nautical miles.
Cool.
I don't think you need anything spectacular to run FSX.
It's a little bit CPU hungry, but nothing major. The only thing that really holds it back is that it's a 32-bit program, so you can't push it too hard.
but it'll probably run on a half decent laptop. Even though Szymanski games on a laptop,
definitely.
so it'll run on a laptop if you haven't got the best of machines. It's certainly a good base to get yourself into flight.
Right, Chaos. So if you look at your throttles, and then go down to your radio panel from there.
Yep.
You've got an ILS, 2 buttons there. It should have just dashes on it. We say frequency, and then test the ILS button.
Uber's on. X-Plane currently still has a discount, if I'm correct, if you use the Orbex discount code.
Yeah, they were doing that actually.
Oh, yep, test ILS, yeah.
I'm guessing that's
So-
buying it direct from the Laminar site rather.
Yeah, you go to the Laminar one for that.
Which is what I did.
I do prefer that because you do get your updates and stuff a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I've got the non-Steam version. So those guys are like 20 miles on top of descent. I'm still an hour and 5 minutes away in starting my approach.
That's right, we might come back again.
Oh, that would really, yeah. You just do a circle around the airport, fly back, circle around the other end, and fly back again.
Yeah, okay, so anyway, so 111.50 is the frequency.
So there's me, there's Chaos, there's Sam, there's
where's
Oz, there's James, who seems to be following us, and
He
there's
seems to be
Chris.
going up to 111.
111.50.
Oh, what? 50.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
And then you want 222 in the one next to it for your course.
222.
And then if you go to your FMC when you've done that.
Right, 222, that's done. So FMC.
And then click the init ref button.
There's a link to the Discord server. If you want to join us on Discord, where we chat planes and share pictures and all sorts of other sims as well, there's a link to it there. And used to play Flight Unlimited 2 back in the day.
Oh, nice! I used to have that. I used to love that game.
It's progressed. I used to play the original Microsoft Flight Sim, and if you could have told me 10 years ago that I'd be in something this good, I would be like, no.
It's crazy how far it's come, flight simulation. It's good.
It's just
Right,
immense.
so I've got approach reference.
Yes, mate. So you can select your landing speed, so your VREF. I never tend to go full flaps if I don't have to, so I'm going to go for 25 degrees at 129.
Okay, we'll go that.
And then just put that in flap and speed, and then that'll add that to your descent path, so when you start coming in it'll tell you when you want to start getting down to that speed to approach.
You love the ATC in Flight Unlimited 2. I don't really use the ATC in this. There
Anything
is
else?
obviously ATC, but I don't use it. I should really get into that. Should be my next thing, I think. Start using ATC. I tried it a couple of times to direct me into an airport, but I crashed into a mountain. It told me to turn left onto a certain heading. I turned left and crashed into a mountain. So I just use again, something I've only done recently. I've been doing a lot of direct to flights, so just set the airport. But now I'm doing. Did I survive the mountain? No. Ended up in bits. Barbecued Steve. But then I just do an approach and select the runway and let the autopilot basically bring me in. I did a flight on I might have been the one for this week's. Was it the one for this week's this Saturday's video? Where did I go this Saturday? I can't remember. I was in a DA62. Was it that one? I basically did the approach as I do here in the G1000, and it started to descend me towards the runway, and I thought, right, I'm going to see how far it gets me, and it kept descending me right down onto the touchdown of the runway. I was just awesome. It was just, I was so impressed. Resume own navigation then. Exactly. What, when I crash into a mountain? Yeah, it's probably wise.
Right, we're now at top of descent.
So they're at top of descent. I've got 180 miles to go. This is one of those times where the prop won't beat the plane. Won't beat the jet. But don't forget, last time I was in the Elite, which is doing a ground speed of like 350 knots. This, I've got a ground speed of 173.
That's my approach speed.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a difference. And that was, I had that poor Elite flat out the whole way from Frankfurt to London City. And as soon as that was the race started when we put electrics on, I jumped into the conversation with these guys for the stream. Noz already had his plane running and was almost taxiing. Chaos was just starting his putting his trying to find a battery switch.
Well, yeah, it was a dark at the time. I couldn't see.
Yeah, and it was the start of Chris's issues. So yeah, that isn't really a race. We will do another one at the weekend.
I ended up showing a torch at the screen to see if that made any difference, but it didn't.
Get some little tea lights and put round the plane.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you are into flight, can highly recommend joining us in Discord for some flight sim conversation. Whether it's something that you're just thinking about doing, whether it's something that you do a lot of, whether you're into jets or props, we don't mind either. As long as you're not into helicopters, then that's not allowed. Yeah, the Discord link is up there in the chat. Do please join us in Discord. It'd be nice to get some more flighty people in there to have some flighty conversations.
Although, if we did get someone that knew about helicopters, I would try to fly one.
I'd have to get my other controller out of the loft for that, though. I couldn't do it with a yoke.
Well, you can try.
Yeah, well, thankfully I've got a joystick, so.
I still got the old the tea, hottest tea or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's the little hotel.
Yeah, separating bit. That's still upstairs in the loft, in the loft. So
they've definitely upgraded the sounds on the Flight Factor 767 since the last update.
It sounds pretty good, to be fair.
It sounds really good.
The external sounds are really good, yeah.
I'm impressed with the way this thing sounds now after that reality expansion. I keep getting the bloody name of it. What the hell's it called?
X-Realism thing.
It's the XP Realistic Pro that's added. If you just joined, I'll turn it on and off again. So this is with the XP Realistic Pro on. And that's how the plane would sound without it. And there it is back on again. But it also adds things like scuttle shake when you accelerate. The landing makes a difference. I didn't get any body shake in this because it's more of a modern plane. But in the 172, the whole plane rocks side to side when it starts up. It's really cool.
Actually, I just found mine in the Luau thing. I just switched it on. It does make a difference to the sound.
It does make a difference to sound, yeah. It's really good. Yeah, so I've also got that Lua script that rates your landing now as well. I had a couple of bad ones last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard landing was one of them.
Landing.
Yeah.
That's why you're disqualified last time.
Right, we do need to start thinking about climbing soon.
I'm just passing 30,000 feet.
So you're descending, I'm about to start climbing. So we're about to come up to these mountains up here at 6,500 feet.
Well, I'm at 12,000 feet.
They're at 5,000 something. So we need to come up and over those and down. So it won't be long now. I think when I get to this peak here, I'll climb to 6,500 feet.
I got auto bricks set for 3 or 2 be alright on this way, Sam.
He's not there.
Auto brakes?
So 183 miles left to destination, 176 miles left to top of descent. Although it is just said I haven't finished climbing yet, so I shouldn't think about descending yet.
Well, we've got 85 miles to go yet.
I got 167.
Ah.
Bit of a difference. So yes, here I am. So there's me. I'm in the middle. Chaos is in front of me. Sam's in front of Chaos. Noz is in front of Sam. Behind me is James, who's one of the guys from Discord. He's obviously decided to tag along with us this evening, which is great. And behind James, having his probably 4th attempt at going somewhere is Chris bringing up the rear. So yeah, we've actually got 6 of us in the flight, which is really cool.
That's a joint record, I think, isn't it?
I think it is. I think 6 is the most we've had. So that's awesome. So that is really cool.
3 jets and 3 props, so that evens itself out quite nicely.
I don't know what James is in.
Actually, yeah, I didn't even click on James. Let's have a look.
I'm not sure what James is in.
Okay, 4 jets and 2 props. It looks like he's in a FA-18 Hornet.
Oh, I see.
Hornet?
So he's going to get there first, then, is what we're saying.
He's Szymanski in it.
Or he's going to shoot me down.
He's hunting.
Yeah, we
Steve.
did a race on or practice run on Friday night where we flew from Bordeaux to Bristol, and I was in the elite, I think. Yeah, I think I was in the elite. Sam was in. I can't remember what you're in, Sam.
757.
757. Noz was in something jetty, and then
Well,
yeah.
he's in a number of different planes, I think.
Oh, she was, yeah.
Yeah,
Szymanski from the Discord group joined us in the Blackbird, and I think he did the whole journey in about 20 minutes from Bordeaux to Bristol.
Just the 2,700 nautical miles an hour.
Yeah,
Steady run.
but he landed it. Fair play to him.
Yeah.
Right, now that I've finally got my plane in the air, I'm going to pop in the back for some coffee.
Okie dokie.
They're fine.
I could, but I didn't bring any with me. It's a bit empty in here.
I might just go and get a stewardess in a minute, just go and grab me another beer or something.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
When she comes back up for your plate, say, not bring a beer with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. Brace for impact.
Yeah, whack round the back of the head.
Has left the building.
It'd be more like, this is your co-pilot, the captain's been suddenly taken ill.
Brace. Heads down. Stay down.
Yeah. So yeah, the level of detail in this plane is really smart. As you can see, I've done 53 hours in it, which isn't a lot in flying terms, but considering all the other aircraft that I've got and use, this is the plane I've done the most hours in. I think the 172 is catching up. I think it's about 40 hours in the 172. But this thing, yeah, is just brilliant. I like steam gauges in some planes, but I'm a huge fan of the G1000. It just makes life easier. It's really nice. I'm cruising at a quite nice 164, 165 knots, doing ground speed of 173. So at 3,500 feet, which we will have to climb soon. Because, you know, that mountain that we can
Oh, there are some mountains, I can see them now.
not see in front of us.
I have visual of the mountains.
So yeah, we're going to El Paso, so that's where we're going. Noz can probably see the runway lights already.
I cannot.
Sam's not far off. Captain's not far off. I'm there. James is catching me up rather rapidly, and Chris, who's gone for a coffee, is bringing up the rear. So yeah. What are we saying now down here? 53 minutes till I reach.
61 miles we got.
I've got 155. Is this the Thrandra Kodiak? Yes, it is.
Which I do have the same plane.
Yeah, Chaos has got the same plane. Noz has as well, and Sam has. It's Sam's fault, not Sam. Chris. Sam hasn't got
It's
it.
always, it's always Sam's fault anyway.
It's
but-
Sam's fault anyway. But yeah, Chris is the reason I bought it because I wanted something. I started off when I started in X-Plane. I started off flying the 172 with the G1000 in, and he said, "Well, if you like the G1000, buy the Kodiak." I did, and then as I said earlier, I flew it back from Sandpoint, Idaho, all the way back to the UK, up through Canada, Greenland, Iceland, down the UK, back to Kemble, my closest airport, and loved every minute of it. I think the longest leg I did was about 3 hours, I think it was, from Canada out over the ocean, and was quite happy just sat here for 3 hours. Yeah, it was a really, really well detailed aircraft. really awesome bit of kit.
And that's another good thing about X-Plane. Doesn't really matter what you like to fly. There's always a really, really good version of something, either a jet or a prop.
And there's some good free versions out there as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, the Zebo
It's actually amazing, Zebo.
and is free.
Yeah, which is always being updated. He's doing 1.34 now, I think.
It is. It's awesome. And then you've got the Robin, the Aerobus Robin, which is free.
That's
for
really
props.
nice.
Again, that's another payware plane.
And I think there's also the other one, is it the AV250, the old style one?
Yeah.
That's another free one, which is very, very well modelled again.
But and we said earlier, even the stock stuff. Yeah, I like the 172. The Baron's quite nice to fly. There's some. I haven't flown any of the stock jets, apart from the little guppy looking thing that I flew last weekend.
I was tempted with 747, but I haven't tried it yet.
But yeah, landscape's definitely looking a bit sparse out here. So we have got some mountains coming up, but I think this is so flat that I should be able to see them.
Well, I'm just just coming near the mountains now. And I'm 47 miles away.
Yeah, I've still got 147 miles.
Yeah, so you see the mountains about 100 miles then.
You've
Only 120 miles less than I am.
36 nautical miles.
Yeah, I got a little way to go. But it's always going to be about a 2-hour flight, which is fine.
I'm potentially going to jump in a helicopter when we land.
Oh God. He's not here.
Why is he never here?
He's been in Discord all
It's not fair.
this afternoon. One day it's going to catch him.
Yeah.
Someone needs to create a profile.
Nightbot just put out straight afterwards. Is that you, Tux? Are you okay?
No, someone should create a Nightbot profile for the Discord server and say hello to him and tag him in it.
Yeah, every time he comes on.
I think we can add Nightbot to Discord. I think Nightbot's in Discord, I think.
Hi, Tux.
Yeah.
How are you today?
Do that, then I can kick him.
Boot Nightbot.
17,000 feet.
But yeah, look at the level of detail in this thing. It's just really awesome. Thank you.
Yes, really, you can spend spend as much as you like or as little as like in this game, really, and you'll still get the benefits out of it. It's there's a lot of freeware, airports, and scenery out there you can get as well,
Yeah.
which are very, very well done. Again, some of them.
Yeah, you haven't got to spend money. The sim itself is the biggest expense.
Yeah, well, sometimes that on sale. I bought mine on Steam in the sale, and I think it was £36.
Yeah, and it's a lot of sim for £36.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
You're effectively buying the whole world, aren't you, for 36 quid?
yeah, and I've installed
I've got a massive
HD.
community with it as well. So
Yeah, I've installed HD mesh scenery for most of America, and that was free. And a lot of I shall need to install South Africa. Who am I hearing myself back through? Spooky.
Not me.
Yeah, I need to install a lot of South Africa because I did a flight the other day and it just put water in. I flew a lot of the Lionheart G1000 FSX version. Is this as good? Don't know in comparison to that, but the G1000 in this is and well in the I've got G1000 in this, in the 172, in the Epic. What else is it in? Can't remember what else it's in. I've got 4 planes I think with a G1000 in. But once you can use a G1000 in one plane, you can use it in all of them, can't you?
It's in the Mooney and the SR20 as well.
Oh, there you go. And the Robin, isn't it? I mean, the Robin.
yes.
Yep, in the Robin.
Yeah, which is free.
You can't move without tripping over G1000s.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
I'm in the 310 with my GNS 750. It's awesome.
Yeah, I really must look at that. Alright, so here's the update on our progress again then. So we're going into El Paso. So Noz is about to crash into El Paso. Sam's coming in for an approach soon. Chaos not far behind him and descending. James is about to overtake me, so I'll look out for him in a second. And Chris Brown bringing up the rear. So if we have a look outside, James is there.
It's getting a little bit cloudy for me again now, so I'm getting close to Juarez.
According to little nav map, I need to be climbing soon.
Well,
Oh
so
god, hang on. No, someone's just said something that I'm going to have to read out. And I don't want any comments from those in the stream with me. Thank you very much. It does look amazing, says Bods. Quite a lot of manual reading, I bet.
Yeah. Some of us enjoy doing the reading of the checklists and things like that. Some of us don't even know what they are.
Actually, the manuals for this are really good. I don't know. I'll find it.
Actually, isn't there a checklist in your plane there, Steve?
Sorry, what?
Isn't there a checklist in your plane?
A what?
You know, the thing that looks like a Chinese menu.
This is what you put in the window to stop the sun from the sun glare.
I sort of dog chewing something. Sorry for all the questions. Recently switched to XP11. Uber's on. Harass us in Discord.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the manual to this. Hang on. Aircraft. My aircraft. Quest Kodiak.
Have a look at the mod spreadsheet as well in the Discord, because that's got loads of awesome free stuff on it for X-Plane.
Okay.
Wow, it's bumpy. I've just got to 15,000 feet and I'm getting chucked all over the place.
I'm down at 11,000 feet nearly.
So there's a manual just for the G1000 in the Kodiak. Which bits of this I have no idea when this. What was that?
Well,
That's interesting.
You probably got to page 1 and that was enough for you.
GPS status. That's quite cool. System setup page. Never knew anything about that. System status page. The nearest pages. I don't know about that stuff. Hang on. There's a checklists page.
No, really?
Apparently there
What?
is. There's a checklists page on the G1000.
Wow.
Who
Who
knew?
would have thought?
That's a bloody good idea. Having it in the plane all the time.
Yeah.
That's where you're supposed to keep them.
Only problem is with that checklist, you can't scrape off ice with it.
And then here's the manual that you get with the plane, telling you all the bits and pieces that you need with the plane, changing livery and all this little pop-out menu thing here, what you can do with that. So yeah, documentation with this thing is really good, and obviously it all comes with it. An overview of what everything done, electrical panels, lights, throttle quadrant, overhead. I've got overhead lights. Where? What? How is that a
You
thing?
learn something new every day.
Hang on, I've got a what? Hang on. Oh
Chaos.
Alright, so, yeah.
18,000 feet or below, you want to set your altimeter to 1016.
yeah. Oh, isn't that cool? What's this thing? I've got a little twiddly thing.
Okay, that's set.
Just
Right,
be careful
well,
with that.
I'm at 10,000 feet now, so do I need to switch anything on up here?
Hang on, manuals are useful now.
your
Says
lights.
Uber's on. Well, yeah, they are handy actually.
What's that, Sam?
Just your landing lights, mate, below 10,000 feet.
Okay, that's all sorted. What about anything like lock and approach or anything like that? Or?
You can go through your approach checklist a little bit early if you wanted to. Obviously, with it being a little bit.
Well, I'm only
bumpy
6
and the
miles
being
from where we're supposed to be.
And
Oh yeah.
there are
Yeah.
even recommended graphics settings for X-Plane 11.
How did that happen?
For the plane, that comes
I
with it
don't
as
know.
well. So yeah, I can't recommend this thing highly enough. I wasn't given it. It's not a review plane. I bought this just as I was getting started into
I'm at
X-Plane.
9,000 feet.
So yeah,
4.4 miles away.
Have you, you know, if you look in your FMC, did you cut the discontinuity out?
I never had discontinuity in mine.
Didn't you? So have you got the AGUAS
Oh, hang on.
VLTR?
Yes, I have discontinuity in there.
Yeah, just click that in. It'll probably go a little bit mad when you do that, but
That's a bit better. Now it's showing 52 nautical miles.
yeah.
But I say, if you're at 9,000 feet and you have 4 miles to go, I don't think you're going to descend.
Yeah, because you're behind me, so that was concerning me then for a second.
Unless you're in a helicopter.
Also, Chaos, turn your terrain radar on, just to be safe.
So there's Noz coming up for what looks like...
I do appreciate, Sam, you saying all this, but it's like, I need to find that.
So, where you know your ADI, your HSI controls, to the left of where the speed brake handle is.
Yes.
So just above the twist knob button, with the TFC dot in the middle, just press on there, and that is your that'll show you the terrain.
Okay.
So it'll flash up red and yellow as you get closer to anything that you shouldn't.
Nah, it's all green, mate.
That's all good then.
You're feeding Sam back, Chaos, by the way.
Oh, I'm always feeding someone back.
It's because you're deaf.
It's a feeder, that's why.
So there's Noz. Now you're feeding me back. There's Noz coming in for a landing. And watch out for the flames just around here anytime soon. Sam's coming in for an approach as well by the looks of things, with Chaos behind him. I'm a long way away with James still behind me according to this, and then Chris Brown back there. So we are spread out a little bit now. And is it me or is that ground getting closer?
Have you got your altimeter set, Steve?
No, it's just you. Famous last words.
Well,
It's the last thing they'll hear on the cockpit voice recorder.
Yeah, that's another one of those.
yeah,
things,
is
isn't
it me or is the ground getting closer? Bang! Well, looking at this map, I'm about to crash into the terrain.
You don't want to hear from the pilot. Yeah.
That's almost as good as Chaos as what does that button do? Bang.
I can't help it. I like pressing, but that's what I like about MD-80. Apparently, everything in it is pressable.
Oh, it does sound
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it is. It's so good.
That's definitely getting close to that ground. It doesn't tell me how far off the ground I am. It tells me how far off sea level I am. It doesn't tell me how far off the ground I am.
Don't you have a radar altimeter underneath your main altitude on the primary display?
I don't know.
Is there a number at the bottom?
Can't ask me questions like that, Chris.
Ask me one on sport.
No, don't do that.
You wouldn't know that either. Yes, I'm going to ask you one on paint.
Don't ask me that. I don't know.
Bottom line is, if you can't see an altitude which is 2,500 feet or less in your PFD, you're fine.
I'm definitely very close to the ground.
I'm studying out at 8,400 feet.
Yeah, and I have to go around. Because
Yeah, the
I was-
altimeter set's 2,992. That's fine.
You want it set at 3001.
It's not fine. But it should be setting itself automatically unless the Lua script's buggered up. Hang on, let me just check that. No, it should be setting
When you
automatically.
rely on all these lower scripts.
Right, I can see a mountain range in front of me now as well, so I'm going to climb. I'm going to climb to
Twiddle your
6.5.
twiddly knob to 6,500 and
I've
go
just
for it.
had a twiddle. I've just twiddled the knob. And then we'll climb up to 6,500. Yeah, for those watching, I use the exterior Cytec panels. So I've got one for the switches and the landing gear, one for the radio panel, and one for the altimeter. Yeah, moves knob where it says Barrow to 3001. I will do that in a second. Yeah, it's saying 3002 actually.
That's close enough.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Now look, we're far enough behind Sam that we're in a different weather zone.
You're a different time zone.
Oh yeah, of course, I forgot. I'm at the airport.
No, the Lua script's changing it all the time. It won't actually let me.
When you just deactivate your Lua script.
No, that's fine. But we're climbing now anyway. It won't be so much of a difference. So yeah, so it looks like Noz is coming in from the other end of the runway. We had this.
No, I am
Going
on
around.
approach now again.
Okay. So Noz is coming in for an approach. Sam's coming in for an approach at the other end of the same runway by the looks of things. Chaos is going to come in the same way as Noz. I am all the way back here with James. And yeah, Chris is back here. So James should be, or he was, down below me. James is down here. AC, how you doing? Looks like I missed your flight. Won't be dying today. Well, we haven't got there yet. We've got about 40 minutes to go. Yeah, so James is down below me down here. So he's doing a bit of ground hogging. Yeah, mountain range is definitely coming up, although it's higher over there. Oh my god, what the...
Oh.
Sorry to pop in unannounced.
Hi, James.
Hi, James.
Hello.
We'd see you've been stalking us.
Yes.
We have a stalker in our midst. It looks like you're quite low to the ground as well. Or you climbing?
Yes, I'm amending that.
Well, yeah, it's probably not a good thing. That's what I was thinking. Is the ground getting closer?
It's the first time I've ever tried to use the autopilot in this F-18.
Will you be using ILS or are you landing manually? Well, I'm going to let the...
Manually.
I'm going to let the... that's all
I don't know how to use autoland in this thing.
I'm going to let the autopilot take me in, certainly to runway heading, which it should do here at 222, and let it get down to sort of 4,000 feet, and then I'll take over if I'm going to crash. So I'm going to let autopilot bring me up to this point. So we've got 102 miles to go before it'll start the turning.
My co-pilot has just joined me.
Aha. Did she bring refreshments?
No. Co-pilot Morris.
Oh, okay.
Captain Morris.
Captain Morris, yeah, I'm the co-pilot, yeah.
Still don't know half these menus,
Yeah,
mate.
don't
One
stand
more
up there.
Kodiak taken to the skies in the near future, says Zubazon. Awesome stuff. Post some
Nice.
pictures in Discord when you get it. You won't regret it. It is a cracking aeroplane. It is really, really nice.
And don't worry, those turbines are cheap to replace.
It's a good thing, really, because
I've replaced them.
I've blown a few up. One at the beginning of the stream.
Wait, you're not ascending terribly fast,
Who?
you.
Me? Just come up to 6,500 feet now,
What am I passing?
which is
8,000.
Yeah, I only want to be at 6,500 just to clear the mountain range, which I can't see in front of me.
Yeah, I should probably turn off angle.
The mountains seem to be over there.
So, Sam, do we use a lock and approach on this one?
So
Or?
there's James up there.
Yeah, so when you start getting in range, mate, you want to click the lock button. And then when you capture the lock, you want to hit below that the APP button, which will bring you down onto your glide slope.
I
Yeah,
turned off my
Uber's on. If
autopilot.
you're feeling brave, you can always join us in a flight. Not sure which part we were doing on Sunday,
Sit down.
I keep hearing terrain.
or what? How long's the next leg, Chris? Can you remember? It was only a short one, wasn't it?
65 miles.
Oh, there you go. So that's gonna be a really short flight. That's gonna be that's gonna be 172 for me. I think 65 miles, or even the 152. So yeah, probably whether we do that Sunday or not on next Wednesday, a 65 mile, and if the next one's longer, I'm guessing, is it?
About 250, I think, maybe a bit less.
Okay, so we'll certainly do one. And yeah, I'll certainly want to do more in this anyway. So yeah, you can always join us, Uber's on.
Bear in mind it's 65 miles, but there is a little bit of flying around in mountain valleys before we land, if we stick to the video.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that video again. If anybody wants to know, maybe if I can bring it up on and link it. Which we're copying a route that was done by Aviation 101, where he went from East Coast to West Coast. If I can... Aviation 101, there we go. So if I click on his page, on his playlists, coast to coast, there we go. Right, so if I now share that, which I now can't do, I'll copy video URL, there we go. This is the journey, which I highly recommend anyway, watching that series. That's what we are following, albeit in not necessarily the correct aircraft all the time.
Holy crap, Sam, you're close to
I've
me.
been in the Challenger, I've flown the Kodiak twice, I think. We've done the 172, so a variety of aircraft, although I'm going to stick with props all the way. These guys are going to jump in and out of jets and things, but we're all going to do the route. So that's what we're following. But yeah, highly recommend subscribing to Aviation 101's videos if you haven't already, because it's really interesting. But certainly watching that series of Crossing America in a 172, which we would have done it, and I've been really happy to do it in a 172. But trying to keep each leg to a point where we can stream it and then put it out on YouTube. Some of the journeys would have been probably 4 hours, so it'd have been too long, I think, for a YouTube video or a stream. So hence you've had to go in a slightly quicker aircraft at times. What multiplayer add-on do I need to join, or does the default work? You need FS Cloud, which is free, and that's all you need. Can highly recommend, which again, if you jump into Discord chat, text chat, we can talk you through setting it up. And then the thing that makes life a lot easier as well is little nav map, if you haven't got it, because we all use that, and it is really, really good. Same goes for anybody else watching. If you want to get into flight and maybe want to join us on some of our adventures, because as I said earlier, we're not only just doing this across America trip, we've also got a trip where we're going down from where we are off the Canary Islands. We're going to go down into Ascension Islands, St. Helena, South Africa, Malaysia, up and around India, down across Australia to New Zealand, back up to Hawaii to the west coast of America. The trip we've got paused at the moment is going to take us around the Bahamas, down through Cuba, South America to the Falkland Islands, up the west coast of South America, and back up to San Diego. So all three journeys we're doing are all going to end up in San Diego, which is where I started my adventure when I flew the 172, which is where I first started flying in X-Plane. Flew the 172 to Sandpoint, Idaho, where I then jumped into Kodiak and flew that back to the UK. So all adventures are going to culminate back in the same place, but they're going to take a while. And yeah, most of them will be streamed or recorded. Bits of them won't. I'm certainly putting this whole Cross America journey out on YouTube, and we'll be streaming all of it. Yeah, some of the other bits, I think we have streamed all of the... No, I haven't streamed all of the one that we're currently doing down at South Africa, because I started that in the PC-12 and I picked that up and then flew down to the Canaries. So not all of that's been on, but certainly this journey we're doing. One of the other things that I'd like to do is, again, a video series done by the Diamond, on the Diamond Aircraft channel. Is they flew a DA-62 from their factory across to Canada. That was a few videos done IRL on their channel, and that looks really interesting as well. Reverse of the journey I did in this back from America, but that'd be quite awesome to do. There's too much stuff to do. So yeah, that mountain range I think is over there at 6,500 feet.
Well, we're down ish.
Don't be down, cheer up.
Oh, there you go, Chaos, alright.
Sort of. I got down, I landed sort of roughly on the runway.
Well, that's a plus. So who's down? Let's zoom in a bit more. So, oh, Sam's down. Noz is down. Chaos isn't showing us down yet, but Chaos is down.
The paper is down.
James is going to come in at roughly the same sort of time as me, I think. And Chris is a little bit behind.
Yeah, going this slow is a bit annoying.
Well, don't go slow. Speed up.
Okay, goodbye.
Whack the throttle forward and gone. Punch it, Chewie. Furthest I flew was from the US to Ireland in the A2A PA-24 Comanche 250. Nice. Petey Boy says, when you say they're down, do you mean crashed or safely landed? Well, it could be either with Chaos.
I landed.
Oh, he's landed.
It was a little bit bumpy, but it's okay.
There's not normally that much of a difference.
No. Although again,
first attempting this plane,
go back and watch. If you're watching this on YouTube, go back and watch the Jets versus Props race we did last. Oh God, I've got what to think now. 2 weeks ago. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this live, it's not going to be out till next Thursday, where we did a race on Saturday night. We can actually go back and watch it on the Twitch stream because we streamed it. Go back on Twitch, scroll down, watch the Twitch stream of the Jets versus Props, where we all took off. We all went cold and dark, turned on the electrics at the same time in Frankfurt, and had a race to London City, and it ended really, really close. So the passengers. Any landing you can crawl away from, says Uberzon. So the passengers only have severe whiplash and concussion. Yeah, that's fine.
That sounds fine to me.
Well, I'll pull over on this gate next to Noz then.
That's why tickets are so cheap.
Yeah, on Chaos Airlines. So they're pulling over at the gate.
And they're only one way, by the way.
I am 74 miles away from getting to Bear, where I then start my approach. So 25 minutes before I start my approach. I'm glad I climbed, because these mountains certainly look a bit higher now. I think there would have been some crashing involved if I'd have kept it 3,500 feet. Although the landing gear would have probably driven me up the mountain. So James has gone out through Mach 1. He's off. Yeah, they've all landed. There, James is there and heading towards them. I'm here, and Chris looks like he's catching me up.
Well, I'm doing 184 knots.
So yeah, Chris is catching me up. So we should all land, well, apart from those that have landed in front, at roughly the same time. Well, me and Chris will.
Nah, I've still got quite a while to go.
Oh.
I'm quite a bit behind.
We'll see. I'm doing quite a twiddly approach, so...
I'm in the remedial class.
Oh, I seem to have got black smoke coming off the back of my plane. Is that a good thing?
Oh.
Probably not.
No.
I might get there before you.
Yeah, things can change.
I don't have any open seats, but you can sit on the wing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. That looks interesting out there. Scenery's getting more interesting now. Where are we? Let me bring in on that map and see where we're going past. Where is that?
Well, this airport is in the middle of nowhere.
So we're coming off the mountain range. Then it gets a bit lower here then, by looks of things. Then a couple more mountains in the middle. I don't know where we're near. Dell City. Is that when they make the computers? Someone doing a washing up in the background. Is it Sam tidying? Are you polishing, Sam?
I'm just moving my yoke out of the way so I can try and get into a helicopter with the joystick.
Oh, this could be amusing.
Because that could be a comedy ending to the...
It could be a comedy ending to the stream. So yeah, a little bit of way to go. We're getting there. Kodiak being as awesome as ever. Oh, I do like that extra noise it's giving me. So actually slowed down because we've come up in. I can probably give it a bit more throttle, can't I? Oh, that little bit of throttle shake. That's so nice.
I've still got Derby Airport in my second GPS as the destination. Only
I see that.
4,231 miles to go.
That's not too bad then.
Yeah, that's quite far for an alternate.
Yeah. There we go. So just sped up slightly. So the time's coming down now to just under 22 minutes. But yeah, that again, if you're just watching, I've got the I keep forgetting what bloody it was called. XP Realistic
Mesh.
Pro add-on which adds things like a little bit of scuttle shake when you accelerate. It adds the a bit of head shake, adds little features when you're taxiing, and the shaking noises when you go down the runway. But it's changing the sound. Hi Taken, how you doing? If I turn it off, you'll hear how the stock Kodiak sounds, which is that. Which is fine. I'll actually turn the volume up. So there we go. That the volume's quite away now, which is fine. Turn it back on again, and we get that, which I just think is a lot nicer. That is such a nice noise. Taken, thank you very much for the host. Much appreciated, sir. So yeah, this is a really nice place to be. So range-wise, fuel, I'm using 65 gallons an hour, and I've not got a lot left. So probably get a couple of hours run at this altitude. Don't forget, it's not the most fuel efficient down here. And I am pretty much flat out. So we should have enough to get to our destination, hopefully. Should I bring my pop? Ooh, don't. God, I had the engine warning coming up then. The last thing I want now is to blow the flipping engine up. So you got that. Let's see a bit of scuttle shake as I back it off slightly. So if I drop the torque back, fuel flow comes down to 47 gallons an hour. I've lost a little bit of speed, down to sort of 159, so not much, but I'm saving a lot of fuel. And the engine pitch drops slightly. So it's
Sam, has you changed plane?
1926. He's jumping in a helicopter.
Yes.
Is my plane going to make it? Yeah, of course it's going to make it.
Does anyone know how to start a helicopter? 'Cause I haven't got a clue.
No.
This is-
Last time I jumped in one, I had the blades turning but couldn't work out how to turn the fuel on.
Yeah, my blades are turning, but it's only because of the wind.
Ah,
It's basically like any turbine. Switch the igniters on, hit the starter, should be good. Throttle should be automatic.
well, you say
Yeah.
that.
What could possibly go wrong?
If you just joined, yeah, this is the Thrandra Quest Kodiak that I'm flying on this leg of our trip across the States. And yeah, I think this is up there with one of my favourite planes for X-Plane.
Oh, I see James. Coming in hot.
So they've all landed. So here we are, is FS Cloud. So Chaos and Sam and Noz have all landed and are all parked at the gates, all next to each other. Sam's about to jump in a helicopter. What could possibly go wrong with that? James is about to come in for an approach. When your engines start to glow, it's time to go slow, says Larwood. Very good, Larwood. He's a poet and he didn't know it. And so yeah, I'm not that far from James. And then Chris is about the same distance that I am from James away, just a little bit further maybe. So we've got 17 minutes before we start our approach. So in 17 minutes, we'll turn on to 268 for 6 miles, then turn on to 303 for 5.5 miles, then 264 for 13 miles, and then on to runway heading of 222. Then I'll click approach on the autopilot, and that should then bring us to our doom. So a little way to go. So basically I took off, put the autopilot on, I've stuck back. The other thing is, being a prop, is I've had to keep an eye on engine torque and RPMs and throttle all the way across. So which I quite like that, having to have that manual adjustment. It's definitely a bit desolate out here in East Texas. Actually, we're not in Texas yet, are we? Well, I'm not. El Paso is in Texas, isn't it?
I think we've been in Texas for a while.
Are we?
Sure.
I don't know. Does it say anywhere? And actually, New Mexico. El Paso's in New Mexico.
Well, there you go. We've probably left Texas already.
Oh yeah. Or is El Paso Texas? I don't know. I'm no good with America.
We started in Texas. That much I know.
It's good. It's desolate. Less casualties when you crash. Yeah, but less chance of finding the bodies. Because we're out in the middle of nowhere. Actually, more chance of finding the wreckage, I suppose. Because you'll just see the flames more. Yeah, El Paso is Texas then. Oh, actually, have we been in Mexico all this time?
No, but I'm going to take a quick side trip there. I have a package to pick up.
Oh, I see. Not some white powder, is it?
No, not at all. It's just some plant life.
It is doing the Daz doorstep challenge.
Hang on. Yeah, so we've been in... Oh, that's Texas. So there's... Hang on. That's United States. There's Mexico. Oh, is the river... Oh, there's Mexico. Oh, actually, we're nearly in Mexico.
Yeah, my FSE flight is to Mike Charlie Sierra, which is in Mexico.
Ooh.
It's only a couple of miles away from where everybody else has landed.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to go there.
Indeed.
Which airport's which? They're so close together.
Yeah, you've got an airfield. You've got a Biggs Army airfield, and then you've got El
it must be
Paso
the
International. Yeah. Time for some tacos.
And there's Cielo Dorado as well. Dona Ana.
So
Horizon.
I'm technically going
There's
to fly
all sorts of places.
over Mexico when I do my approach.
Yep, that's it.
Right, so 14 up here. 14 minutes to go until I start my approach. Texas is the one that is Texas shaped. Yeah, thanks, Larwood. Forever useful is our Larwood.
There's noise. There's stuff happening in the helicopter. I found the power switch and I found the...
Oh no.
This could be quite
Am
bad.
I going to be able to see the
road.
smoke from here?
Well, you should be able to see me because I'm in a Coast Guard helicopter, so it's red and white. Holy crap, yeah, I've started the engine.
I can see why you chose the Coast Guard, because you're so close to the coast.
Yeah, exactly. Coast Guard helicopter well off its patch. So
Oh my god, holy shit.
runway 22 is the
Oh
one.
my god!
Is what
Yeah.
I'm coming in on. Biggs Air Force
Oh,
Base is the one
yeah.
next to it.
Oh, crash.
Yeah, that didn't work.
You have to post some pictures, Sam, if you can.
Oh my...
Well, he is an Airbus for me, so the Airbus took vertical up and...
Oh, there we go. Hang on. I can show. There we go.
That-
That's what Sam's.
That didn't last.
That's what Sam's flying. So there's
Sure.
chaos at the gate. Sam's in this search and rescue helicopter at the moment. He's just posted that picture in Discord.
Right, should we try that again? I don't know what the hell happened there. Oh crap, now I've got to remember all these switches at the start.
He's trying to take off in that helicopter, is he?
Yeah, and Chaos is letting passengers off. That's very kind of you, Chaos.
Yeah,
I-
well, they're
can't-
they're sort of coming. I never had any shoots. They could have come down those otherwise.
I can't see any ambulances parked around though.
Oh, hang on.
Have they already left?
There's a couple of
They're
funeral cars
all
waiting around.
at the initial impact site.
Oh yeah. So
There's some
Sam,
persons about.
yeah. So Sam is prepared for when you land, says Petey Boy. What, search and rescue? You won't need to search. You won't need to search. You might need to rescue.
Just bring many stretchers.
Yeah, just bring stretchers and some whiskey for medicinal purposes.
That's for me.
That's for Chaos. Yeah, that's for the pilot. Another thing you don't want to hear from the flight deck is, ladies and gentlemen, has anyone got a corkscrew on board?
Whoops.
I haven't got an attendant button. I quite like that in jets, where you got the bing. You can call attendants and say, "I got nothing here." I just got to shout and go, "Oi!" Oh, I've just picked up the ATIS.
I'm just starting up again now.
So-
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pressing everything, and then the lights start to come on.
Altimeter 2992.
Arriving runway 04.
Ah, that's saying arriving runway 04.
08 right. Advise on initial contact. You have Oscar.
Well, I'm coming in on 22 regardless. Which, yeah, 0 knot wind, so I'll be fine. I'm not changing it now.
El Paso INTL information Oscar. 1800 Zulu weather.
Yes, I know. I've heard the weather. Thank you very much.
More than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 7. Dew point -15.
Yeah.
Altimeter 2992.
Yeah.
Arriving runways 04. 08 right.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
Oscar.
hang on. Ambulances has just turned up.
08.
Whoa!
It's a bit late.
It's better late than never.
Well, yeah. I'm guessing James has you made it down, James?
Yeah.
Was there no fireball?
Touchdown sync rate 101 feet per minute.
So,
Very nice.
so James is
Very
there.
good.
So those four are there at our destination of El Paso. I'm here. So it's just that mountain range we can see up there. Just the other side of that is where we've got to approach. Chris is not far behind, but he's going to buzz the airport and then go and deliver his package, as it were, into Mexico. And then as soon as we're all
I
down,
just put a new picture up with the. I got the jar ground deluxe handling kit thing.
Oh, nice. Oh no, it started and it's moving again, and I'm not doing anything. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's exploded.
oh,
So
that-
James, I hope you know that when we get to the coast, we're going to expect to see a carrier landing.
so there we go.
That ain't gonna happen.
Chaos has had the ambulance now turn up.
Are you also implying that there's a carrier there?
That's for me.
Yeah, to take Chaos away. Actually, no, that the limo's for you, Chaos, isn't it?
That's the missus in there.
I'm not doing the helicopter.
Is it bad, Sam?
It's crap. It's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, neither the planes when you first get in them.
No, but this just doesn't make any sense. Like, at least with the plane, you can kind of guess what's what with it, but this is just stupid. You just start it up and it starts spinning around on the floor.
That's not so good then.
No.
Right, so we're definitely getting closer now. We are 25 miles away from starting our approach, which is 8 minutes, and where it's all going to go horribly wrong. So we need to be at 6,100 feet when we get to Fabor. I'm currently at 6,500 feet. So once we start the approach, I will descend. Actually, I may as well do that now. I don't think I'm going to crash into anything. Famous last words, isn't it? I'll descend to 6,100 feet now.
Sam, I have posted a picture of how I saw it in flight sim.
Yeah, it popped in as a 737, didn't it?
Yeah,
A 737 taking off vertically.
yeah.
Yeah, that would look pretty good.
That would look pretty awesome.
What I was seeing. It will not render the helicopter at all.
The immersion's just too much sometimes.
But it looked cool when the plane was spinning around. in a circle.
Oh, I do really like how this thing sounds now.
I did manage to get a picture before it exploded, which is always nice.
Well, that's a plus. Rather than after the explosion, the insurance investigators would probably want to see that.
The helicopter's just taking a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There's Sam's helicopter. It sort of thinks it's an A319/320 on where the front wheel is.
It's asleep.
It's having a doze.
So it needs to be searched for and rescued.
It does, yes. Yeah, it does say search and rescue.
Search and rescue you in.
It does say, yeah,
Sorry,
search.
madam, but the rescue helicopter is not coming.
Yeah, search inside the helicopter and rescue anybody that's in there. Actually, hang on, this mountain here looks a bit close now. Uh-oh. No, we're going to be good. No, it's just starting to look a bit close.
You will be fine.
According to little nav map, there's not. It set me at 6,500. Okay, I've descended a bit, but that's going to be interesting.
What the hell, Sam? Are you now in a jet plane?
Yep.
Jet fighter.
Oh
I'm
god!
going for ultimate realism by using a Saudi Arabian Air Force Hawk, fully loaded with weapons in Mexico, or well, in Texas.
God, you're going to come and shoot me down?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
At least it's in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 16 miles to go.
Oh,
There goes Sam. Christ, Sam, that's some fast taxiing.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Shit.
grass and
Sam's
everything.
now switched to one of these from the helicopter.
It's actually that fast. I could take off. I was
See,
taxiing
it's
that fast.
It looks like you're driving into the town.
Yeah.
He's going to McDonald's.
Yeah, drive through.
Now he's up.
Oh, that's just where he sat.
Just a microphone boom.
Yeah.
Quick, everybody, hide.
Don't forget, if you're not in the Discord server already, I do keep whinging on like Discord. If you're not in it and you want to chat more with us idiots when we're not on stream, join the Discord server, because most of us are on there. Well, certainly most evenings, and sometimes like today, most of the day as well, where we're chatting away on Discord. So if you want to talk planes and rubbish with people that also want to talk planes and rubbish, then yeah, do please join the Discord server if you haven't done already. I can't remember the last time it was linked. So I will do the thing. There we go. There's a link to the Discord server. Do please check it out if you're into flight sims or not, or any other flight. We've got rooms in there for trucking. We've got rooms for buses and coaches, for train sim, and other general rooms and entertainment and all sorts. Train sim, by the way, is going to be the next stream on Friday night, unless I give permission to bring something or show something in Fernbus or Tourist Bus. Then that'll be Friday night. But at the moment, it's going to be trains on Friday night. No idea what route. Right, 10 miles to go for my descent into hell starts. 3 minutes, and we should turn on to heading 268. At that point, then I will start to slow it down.
And Sam is on hunting mode.
Oh God, Sam's coming to hunt me down. Hunt you down like a dog.
Yeah, I've got the safety off as well.
Oh God.
I've got 4 sidewinders and a minigun underneath, just in case.
In case the sidewinders miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. The minigun's not a gun though.
No,
Hold on,
dear.
I'll just say that.
So, if I was in a proper plane, it'd be, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you have your, I forgot, the bulletproof vests on. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
You might need more of that than a minigun.
Yeah.
There is actually an Air Force range to the east of the airport.
I'm sure they'd appreciate a buzz over from a Saudi Arabian fighter jet.
They're all allies, aren't they?
Trying to find my announcer feedback thing on. Big bong. Nope.
I must admit, this jar design ground handling kit's pretty good. I do like it where the cases and everything are going.
Oh my god! I just fired a missile by accident. Sorry.
Oh yeah, because that looks good in the report.
Whoops.
If missile by accident.
Yeah, if Chaos was flying, I can understand that being a thing.
Well, yeah, because it's buttons.
I actually didn't think the safety was off. I was just pressing it to see
Oh,
if the minigun
yeah.
would fire.
Yeah. I'm sure that they hear that a lot around piles of dead bodies.
Yeah.
I didn't think the safety was off.
Just keep your eye out for a missile incoming.
Just come back over the airport and fire one of you two, see if you can see it.
Yeah. Before we go into combat, please replace your seat tray.
All right, see you up in the air now.
Yeah, there's Sam.
Don't hit the fuel truck, mine.
So Sam's up there. I don't know where the airport is in relation to where I am. Over here somewhere, I think.
It's to the left of Sam.
Noz, 6 months in a row. Thank you very much, Noz.
You're welcome.
Although he's about to get shot down whilst being on the ground. Right, 2.6 miles until we should, in theory, turn. You can actually see on here, if I... There we go, that's the route we're going to take. So we're going to turn right here, go down there, and then turn and come in there. So right turn, carry on, left turn onto runway heading. So that's the approach we're going to be taking in. So there. I don't know why we've got so many. Oh no, turn right, 303, 264,
Coat hanger.
and 222. It does look like a coat hanger. It does actually, yeah. Oh, there we go. Right, the turn is happening. So I'm going to back off the throttle.
I can hear Sam's jet.
Right, so now we can see them all on the ground. I'm just going to back it off slightly. Oh no, it's time to jump out, says Petey Boy.
Heads up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Target Nos.
So they're all... Sam's buzzing the airport now.
Here he comes. Christ, that thing's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
that was
awesome.
a bit of a low one, Sam.
Yeah, I dropped down from 15,000 feet in a nosedive and fired a sidewinder at you, but I missed.
Oh.
That's charming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad he missed.
Well, yeah.
I can see Sims and stuff on his way in.
I am making my approach.
Quick.
Quick, hide.
Duck and hide.
Yeah. So there we are in... so this is
Your
where...
missile coming.
Yeah. So this is where we're coming in on, is 22. So basically we're going to fly up here, turn left, and in on runway heading on 22. That's the plan. And once we're down, because Chris is going off to Mexico, once we're down we'll end the stream and then be back again on Friday for some trains, and then back again Saturday with a couple of these reprobates for some trucking.
Chaos, look out your left window.
Oh, Sam, go away. Get away from my nice new plane. Get away. It's one of these things which there had some surface air missiles loaded on the wings.
There's only two left now because I've fired two again.
No, I can't see nothing being fired.
And here's a plane that Chris is flying. That does look nice.
Sam, you need to bust Jeep a little bit and fly in front of him.
I have enough trouble landing as it is. Don't go putting me off.
I'm just quite happy I actually got down and landed. It's the first attempt in this
That's
plane.
pretty good.
But it's a Boeing, which I never have issues with, strangely enough.
It's the Airbuses you have issues with.
Yeah, I will try it again now.
Oh, that was close, Chaos. I've got to put a picture of that. That
I
must
didn't
have been
see
about
that
5 feet away from you.
Bloody hell. Right, so we've done the first one. So Fable, 3.9 miles. Then we turn on to 264. And then 13 miles.
Deluxe
And-
grounding kit.
And then we turn on to runway heading.
Right, I've got one
Go
left.
Play with Steve.
Yeah, Steve likes a good play with.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Oh, my X-plane crashed. That sucks.
Well, that'd teach you fire missiles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hold on, let me just put that picture up because you want to know. You want to see how close that was.
So there they all are. Well, don't always put me on. Surely from here, let me just hang on. Wait a minute. Why is it putting me? I can't really
It's quite
scroll.
a nice
down.
little plane that Chris is flying, isn't it? That's quite
It
nice.
is. I quite like that. So why is it? Why is
Did
it?
you see my ground textures, more importantly?
Yes, I can see him. Yeah, in the top-down picture.
Why isn't it putting me on runway heading now? Why is it going 264? And then, why am I flying another 13 miles?
It's pretty good. You can see all the little bushes down there.
I'm concerned that this isn't going to actually bring me in, because it's going 303 is the next, is my current heading. Now it's taking me on 264. Oh no, no, it's right.
James just taken off.
So when I turn on to 222, then I'm going to press approach.
Yes, Sam. There was no need
There
for
we
that,
go.
was there?
So turning
that
on
was-
to 222 now.
That was close, wasn't it?
That could have caused an incident.
You can't teach that. I mean, there's actually on my scenery a plane parked next to you, so that's gone now.
Well, there is. There was a Condor part there.
Yeah. Well, probably better not say that actually. So.
There was a Condor.
Yeah.
You guys.
It looks like James is chasing Steve in a jet.
Yeah, he is. Watch out, Steve.
Alright, so in we come.
And these mountains are amazing.
Are you recording any of it, Chris? Or
No,
no?
Alright, down we come. Back off the throttle.
I did just post another screenshot.
I mean,
Wow, that does look good.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome.
The concentration is real.
It's pretty cool.
Right, so the plane's descending me itself now.
They can make this look so good, don't they?
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
That
Red concentration is a thing.
That little bit of scuttle shake. Brace for impact. Well, hopefully not. Although when I first flew this thing, every time I landed I set the impact alarm off. It thought I'd crashed. So hopefully that's not the case this time.
No pressure. We're all sat here watching.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. It's like being on a pole dancing club. Emergency services on standby.
Oh, hold on. What?
You can borrow me ambulance if you want.
That got weird pretty fast.
It did a bit, yeah. Unsurprisingly, of course.
Well, yes. I said that like I was surprised.
You shouldn't really be surprised by anything now, Sam. You should know.
You should be used to us by now. Sam, thank you very much. Don't put me off when I'm landing or anything by subscribing.
I didn't mean to do that. I just signed in.
But thank you, Sam. 10 months in a row. A little bit off the centre line.
Yeah, it's looking all right.
Don't know.
Much off.
Great landing. There we go.
Yeah, that looked alright.
Cool. Down.
So yeah, not smooth, but a little bit off the centre line. But the impact alarm didn't go off. And if I land this plane without that going off, it's a huge plus to me. So those little squeaks you get apart from that, part of that XP realistic, even that just makes a difference. Oh God, I'm being buzzed by James. Right, so make our way down to where the others are parked, and then say Chris is heading his way into Mexico, so he'll bypass us. I will taxi on down. I'll give it a 7 for a landing. Not centre line, must do better. Yeah, I was quite. I do like quite being on the centre line. So
good job we didn't see my landing then.
if Chaos is on the runway, it's a plus.
I think the correct response to that remark is, "Come on, then."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, then,
Red till dead. Yeah.
See what you can do. Actually, better not say that. He might be an airline pilot.
He might be really good. He might put us all to shame. Yeah.
Then we'd all look silly.
Well, we do anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Right, no, don't grab the joystick for G27. That won't adjust the throttle.
Doesn't do his homework, doesn't do required reading, must try harder. Yeah.
I heard that a lot when I was at school. Yeah. Tends to daydream was my biggest one. Yeah, needs to pay attention. Oh, that's braking. Let's go this way. Not quite following the assigned taxiway. Even the fact that when I'm moving, my head actually in the cockpit moves slightly. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Follow the turnaround, isn't it? Which is quite good.
That's part of that XP realistic. Don't think I would. I have trouble pushing the lawnmower, says Red Till Dead. Well, there we go. We made it. Let's put the parking brake on. And shut her down. And I don't think, is there a doors? All doors. All covers on. All sign downs on. And there we go. Doors are open. Don't know why I need to have the engine compartment when the passengers get off, but okay. So there we go. Park next to Captain Chaos then. I have made it. Chris is about to head his way into Mexico, looking at FS Cloud there. James is probably still buzzing around the airport. Sam, what are you in now, Sam? Have you landed yet?
No, it crashed and I couldn't get it restarted.
Okay.
Well, I think it ghosted me towards the end of the runway.
Did you stuff passengers in the engine compartment? There may have been some refugees in there somewhere. So yeah, Sam crashed up there. James is taxiing down here. Let's turn the electrics off when I'm here. There we go.
He's trying to get past that wall.
Yeah.
Or over it.
So,
yeah, I'm there. Look, I can see myself.
Plane is back to cold and dark.
Sam, you're doing what to yourself?
I can see.
Oh, right,
I
sorry.
see. I wonder what he's doing to himself then. Smuggle them over the border. Well, we are nearly in Mexico. We are is El Paso. Just throw them out on the way somewhere else. So next time, I said it's a 65-mile leg. So a little bit of a short one with a bit of off-route flying in between. So that could be in something that hasn't even got an autopilot. I might go brave and use a little 152 for that. At least the 172, I think, is needed. We could be doing that on Sunday afternoon, possibly. But before then, there'll be train sim on Friday night, trucking on Saturday night with another late night race on Saturday night after trucking, and then more flying on Sunday. Cheers, Red Till Dead. So I will end that there as James comes in by the side of me. Noz is down there. So my thanks to, of course, Captain Chaos for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed that, sir.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Below Chaos is Chris Brown. Enjoy your trip to Mexico, Chris. Apologies that, sorry it didn't go quite to plan when you took off, but hopefully you get there in the end.
Cool. Thank you kindly.
To James. Good to have you along with us, James. It's been a while. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
And to Noz, unfortunately, he's back again. Thanks, Noz.
Hey, I'm always here.
We know.
You know that.
Every stream.
You can never get rid of me.
Every stream he's here. And to Sam. Thank you very much, Sam. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And there we go. I'll be back on Friday night with some trains. Say good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.